Hi everyone, I'm Jewel with J7409 Weather. And if you're into the weather like everybody else over here with us, please subscribe today. Click my bell to ensure that you get all the latest in weather news, forecast, watches, warnings, and tropical weather with tropical weather updates. I would surely appreciate it, and I try my best to get out the information to you just as soon as possible. So in the general what weather you need to know today, we're going to cover a few topics here. Here is the GFS map. Let's just turn it on and let me get going. Now, Dorian today is going to take aim at the Bahamas coming up real soon. We're going to talk about her. Also, what's happening though is Dorian is forecast to track to the northwest towards the Bahamas by the end of the week. She's going to keep getting closer over there, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment with a complete tropical update later this morning. Now, for the weather you need to know, the upper level high associated with upper level ridging is going to continue over portions of the west as red flag warnings and excessive heat warnings are up for the interior portions of California to Oregon and parts of the Great Basin and Central Rockies. Now, we got a front over parts of the upper Midwest. It will move south and eastward to the northeast coast by tomorrow evening. Showers and thunderstorms will develop along and ahead of the boundary from parts of the upper Great Lakes to the Central Plains that will move eastward to parts of the lower Great Lakes and extend parts of the Central Plains by overnight tonight. Now, some of the thunderstorms with this system will become severe, and heavy rain and localized flash flooding could happen. The showers and thunderstorms then should move to parts of New England by tomorrow, Friday evening, in the evening hours, while exiting the westward area to the Central Plains. Tropical moisture over Florida. Yes, folks, it's going to aid in producing showers and thunderstorms over the region starting this evening into tomorrow, and then a second front currently pushing southeast into the northern plains is going to bring additional cool weather across the northern plains by today at some point, and then south into the Central Plains and upper Mississippi valleys by tomorrow. And here we have the National Hurricane Center's tracking map of Hurricane Dorian. This was made at 5 a.m. this morning. I will have a new one coming out just as soon as I can with newer information, but I want to just point out a few things, okay? Major hurricane. When it hits land, boom, it's going to get knocked down, okay? So wherever it comes in landfall, that's where the most winds is going to happen. It's not going to take long before it drops down to hurricane status. And it's looking like right now it might even drop down to Hurricane 1 status. But where it's located, where it's looking like this cone here, you see how widespread it is. And I want to mention to everyone that this cone has a 200-mile discrepancy. So anywhere in here, like this is usually the main track, of course, but this represents 200 miles. It could bump anywhere around. So I'd say from Miami all the way up, you guys need to pay attention, okay? There's no certain place. It's still too early. I mean, it's still days and days away. But you need to prepare. We've talked about this enough. And also, there's a high pressure that the jet stream should push down. That's not going to happen until Saturday or Sunday. It nudged a little yesterday. That's why the two models came a little closer into agreement. But if it were, now one of the models shows this. The rest of the majority of the models show it going into Florida. If that does not occur, it's going to be air storm, people up here. So let's pray it. I'm sorry, Florida. I love all of you, but let's pray it don't it takes the turn, because if it doesn't take the turn at that time, it's going to be a Georgia, South Carolina, or North Carolina storm. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's still a possibility. Everybody needs to pay attention. Now, where does this look like on the map it may go? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit right here. It looks like, from all things that I have come up, not just this map, but others, as of now, just a little north of Port St. Lucie, and it's actually between Palm Bay and Port St. Lucie, going straight across to Winter Haven. Now, the winds when it comes in should be 125 miles per hour. Those winds should occur in the next 3 days. By 72 hours out before it ever hits land, that's 125 mile per hour wind. And you know, if it were to increase 5 more miles per hour, that would make it a Cat 4. So we got to watch that. But it's looking like now, from everything I've gone over, this could possibly be a Category 1 when it's around Winter Haven and Sebring and all these areas now. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, when it comes to the severe weather today, where I talked about you could have some severe storms, you can see right up in here, it's looking like thunderstorms associated with wind damage and hail is going to be the greatest threats, and they will be possible this afternoon and evening from parts of the Central Plains northeastward into the Great Lakes area. As you can see, everybody needs to be aware of that. And so far as the tornado activity, it's up just a little bit today. It was nothing yesterday. Great day yesterday so far as the severe weather. Sure, some can still pop up, but it was much lower than it has been. But we do have a 2% chance from Nebraska going across, as you can see, to Wisconsin for a slight chance of a tornado. Still thinking the wind and the hail may be the greatest threats, because the wind's going to pick up in this corner down here, southeastern corner of Nebraska, and go across northern Missouri, portions of Iowa, portions of Illinois, and Wisconsin. That's a 15% chance there. 5% chance stretches all the way over to Colorado, up into Michigan. And hail, that's a 5% chance in the very same areas straight across the board. So be aware if you live in these areas for any thunderstorms, because they may be accompanied by severe winds and possibly some hail. And that's going to wrap up the general forecast, the weather that you need to know with J7409. This morning, of course, is Thursday, the 29th of August, 2019. May each of you have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and kindness to all, and I will have a complete tropical update coming up later this morning. Stay safe, my friends, and prepare. I love you. Thanks for watching.